Oh, that's weird. That's probably why I should have done this earlier.
Now we're on and now you're clicking things.
Clicking things. People love the clicks.
What? Anyways.
Hey, simmer down, Jason Mewes. I'm good. How are you?
Good.
Yay.
The headless threw me out.
It looks like you're at a vacation spot. I mean, if you're going to be thrown out of your house, the best place to do so is at a ski lodge in the mountains where it's snowing.
Yeah, it's quite festive. I do have to say.
Has it in IRL? Has it snowed? Is it snowed in Albuquerque?
Yeah, it snowed.
Is it still there?
It snowed this week, and then it melted like 2 minutes later.
Not like yesterday, though, because we have snow on the ground, and we are currently getting snow.
No, we probably sent that to you, but it wasn't.
No, yeah, you did. You always send it to us.
I'll just let you know. Snow's on the way.
It's on the way.
This specific weather pattern. Yeah. It snowed big time in October, and then it was like I don't know, it was like 6 or 8 inches at our house. It was intense.
Did you get? Oh, nice.
Yeah.
That's a good snow.
But right now it's just snowing outside.
We had that fun snow that as well in October, because that's remember when I was feeling sick. So
yeah,
it's like, oh yeah, I remember grilling in that.
I like your cookies and your bow tie.
Thank you. It's
welcome.
Christmas sweaters are awesome, but Christmas t-shirts a lot more comfortable.
Yeah, same. Mine says
then
Merry. Mine says Merry Christmas.
And that's like a sweatshirt material, right?
This is just t-shirt. This is just
t-shirt. Okay, so I didn't see the sleeve. Sorry, nice.
There's a let's see if I can tell you what this is from. There's a tube with oozing stuff out of it, and it says something's full from a classic movie.
Just drop the line. We're not in radio.
Yeah, Merry Christmas, shitter's full.
Okay.
My favorite. See, it's the little RV with the thing.
Okay, I didn't see the RV. I just saw Merry Christmas. I'm like,
I was trying to be like nice. Right, yeah, I was trying to be nice, but then I have like stuff underneath.
I can't be the only one making this a PG-13 podcast.
No, you can't. I have to be there for you with that.
Yeah. You've got to throw in a few lines every now and then just to like, wait.
What?
Huh? So what is this, episode 24?
Yeah. Happy birthday, Kansas City Bestie.
Yay. And we established it's the 4th day of Hanukkah?
Yeah. It is. Yeah, the 4th night of Hanukkah. And her birthday.
Nice.
Yeah. So it's a big day. She actually
Did she get 2 gifts today?
Probably. She'll get a bunch. She'll just whatever.
Hopefully.
She she got a Fitbit. She was wanting a Fitbit. She got a Fitbit for her birthday.
And that's the watch that says, hey, you've done this many steps.
Yeah. How you're sleeping, how you're whatever. Yeah, like all that stuff. Like your well-being.
Nice. Very cool.
Yeah, I was saying before the show, because she had sent me a picture, and I was like, oh, Fitbit would be good for me. But then I said, I don't want to have pay $200 for something to tell me that I don't do shit and I'm sleeping like crap. So
you should see someone. I'm just a robot. You should see. It's because you're cracking out.
Ma'am, you're beyond help. Huh?
It's because you're cracking out on your teas late at night. It's like,
no, I'm not. No, I don't. I think I don't drink enough tea, honestly.
Not drinking enough.
It's really, really good.
If I just had more, I'd feel better.
I know, exactly. Okay, so I need to talk. We were talking about like festivities and Hanukkah and things, and and I came across, Yule Cat this week.
Yule Cat.
And
he's so fluffy.
This came from on Twitter, I guess, from Zach Budrick, and it says, I'm really fascinated by other cultures' holiday traditions. So shout out to my boy, the Yule Cat, a monstrous cat who roams Iceland eating people who aren't wearing the clothes they got for Christmas. So, yeah.
Reminds me of Whiskers.
Yeah, I know. Like Kit Kat's like literally her like butt's like right off camera here, and she's just kind of looking at things like she's gonna destroy Earth.
My God, Schnarf.
Yeah, exactly. And so like I'm just glad we're in our like Christmas attire so we don't get like eaten, or I guess maybe am I in Iceland? I might be screwed.
You might be. You might. Well, you're. I mean, as long as that's the clothes that you got. So it's not just
even
Christmas
my clothes.
clothing.
It's headless.
It has to be.
I'm so screwed. I'm gonna get eaten by the
clothes
end of
you
the show.
Stole on Christmas. Yeah, he's definitely.
Yeah.
Not only is that cat going to eat you, he's going to play with you for a little bit, entertainingly.
Take the headphones off and play with the cords and stuff.
Yeah, and it's like then he'll eat you.
Like hold me in the middle and then do the like back thing to like cut out my innards. Yeah.
Toss you up in the air, catch you in the mouth, flop over, bunny kick.
Yeah. Now Kit Kat's thinking about things now. She's just looking at me like, uh-huh.
Oh, hell, the Yule Cat. Snarf.
Go to bed. Just go to bed, Mommy. And then it'll be night-night.
Nice.
It'll be night-night times. Okay, now I'm scared. Go away, Yule Cat. Thank you. Okay, anyway. Yeah.
The cat that sees all.
Ah, and then it eats you. Okay.
I mean, I guess that would put a higher standard because it's the clothing that they got for Christmas. So that would almost, in a way, put a higher standard on the people giving the clothing.
True.
But they just may not have a sense of style or they're just schmucks too if they want to give like something ugly to wear. But
and what if it's like grandma's sweater and you're like, damn. You know, like if I don't wear this, I'm going to get eaten by a cat.
We would think that the rest of the children in Iceland be like, if I don't wear this, it's dead. It's ugly, but my friends will be ugly sweatering as well.
That's true. And remember I told you Short Round was doing the like Christmases around the world?
Mm-hmm.
I can assure you that Yule Cat was not a part of the lessons this week. It would have been kind of funny if it had been, but yeah, no Krampus, no Yule Cat.
They're denying the children of the future. I mean, if we don't tell them the cultures, they're just.
I know. It's okay. Anyway, that's why we need to also inform and educate the masses.
Yes. Beware the evil that lurks before Santa brings you gifts.
And he's not just talking about Rizzo.
Ho, ho, ho.
What'd you call me? Rude.
You heard me. I said it 3 times.
I did. I had to hear it.
Did I stutter? Maybe.
A little bit. You could have paused. Thanks. Okay. Tell me about these short stories that you've been listening to.
Short stories. So I finished up, as I mentioned last week, the Jim Butcher Dresden series. There was 2 books I skipped, and they were basically a collection of short stories that he wrote.
Okay.
So I am listening to short stories, or Sidejobs, I'm sorry, which is like book 12.5.
Short jobs.
Yeah, short jobs. Short jobs.
Anyways.
Side rounds.
Side rounds.
But basically, it'll be an introduction from the author. It's read by James Masters. Again, I'm messing up the name, I believe. But it'll be like an introduction from the author. Like, I wrote this because the agency was going to be at a con and they wanted material to pass out to people. I forgot about it. So the night before the deadline, I drank a lot of coffee and wrote this story.
Cool.
Or I teamed up with, I think for one part, he teamed up with Charlene Harris, who wrote the Sookie Sackhouse series.
Yep.
And he wrote, there's a vampire character in the Dresden Files. And so he wrote 6 chapters from his perspective.
Is he smoldering and foxy?
Yes. Cool. I wouldn't say smoldering, but he is foxy.
Oh, sweet. Okay.
He's a white vampire, which are energy vampires. And, sexy is energetic.
Oh, my.
So just different. And I actually,
why you were reading those books.
Yeah. It's not funny because I actually skipped past that one because I didn't I didn't care. I was like, it's a vampire thing. I like the character, but I like the character with his interactions with Harry so much, but make it back.
Cool.
So yeah, it's been kind of fun. Yeah.
So now, do you have to read, is it better to have read the series before you get into something like that?
I'm finding no. You can if you don't want to, but during the main series, it was one of the stories that I just listened to was referenced.
Okay.
And so, he's really cool about saying, hey, I wrote this because of this. This happens between this story, this book, and this book. And then next, the one's like, I wrote this for, this collaboration with this other author. It happens between this book and this book. So it's really cool.
Cool.
But if you want to get to the Die Hard story, you can go straight in. It's just how everyone approach it. So it's been fun.
He writes a story about Die Hard?
Yeah.
Cool.
It's a Christmas holiday.
There you go. Yeah, you said you read the Christmas stories last week. So there you go.
Yeah, yes.
It's about some sort of guy who took over a tower, and then
Harry goes to visit his girlfriend at
Christmas party.
Christmas party. We could say, yeah.
Cool. That sounds good. I'd watch that.
He takes his shoes off.
Ouch. Yeah, we don't talk.
So he could perform a ritual.
Yeah, gets into the vents and tries to find stuff. Yeah. Cool.
Yeah.
All right. So, letter 44. You said you were going through a few comics, and I wanted you to pick one. And then you told me which one it was, and I remembered it was the present. You talked about this probably maybe 8 or 9 episodes ago, a while ago.
Yeah, good while ago.
But it's like the aliens have attacked. Enjoy your term, kind of thing.
Basically, not quite attack. Sorry, I'm messing with
Okay.
I'm
no, you're
glowing.
Okay. Oh,
here we go.
I like the glow.
Darkness.
Yes.
So letter 44, the newly elected 44th president takes the office. When he goes into the Oval Office, there's a letter on his desk and it says, 44 on it. And it's from the previous president saying, yeah, there are aliens hanging outside or by, I think it's like Saturn or something.
Oh, just over there. Yeah.
Yeah. We've sent a mission. We've sent 9 astronauts up there to investigate. No one knows about this. The things I've been doing over in this country and like all the wars was so that we could get R&D money to develop special weapons. Cheers.
Enjoy the next 4 years. Yeah.
So yeah, cool. Been reading that series. I believe I'm on volume 2 right now. It's really fun to read so far. And I've been jumping around between that, RoboCop and Judge Dredd because I'm on Comixology and subscription. So I'm just like, hey, let's try this over here.
And you're enjoying the post-apocalyptic type cop robot things.
The RoboCop and Judge Dredd, both. I don't know. Yeah. I'm trying to think which world would be better.
Neither.
Maybe RoboCop and just not live in Chicago.
Yeah, Chicago's fun.
Yeah, but
maybe not like in yeah, that's true. Not in actual.
Not in that case. Type. I mean, didn't Judge Dredd is just giant cities because they're mega cities. So neither. Yeah, you're right. Letter 44. Let's just see what happens with the aliens.
Okay. Good luck, President 44. All right. So now, so you watched Hunt for Wilderpeople? That thing? Hunt for Wilderpeople.
Yeah, Hunt for Wilderpeople.
Wilderpeople? Sorry, Wilder.
I can't remember. It probably is Wilderpeople. Wilderpeople.
Okay. Because it's like one word. Yeah, it's not like wilder people, like Wilderpeople. Okay.
It was really fun. The wife had heard about it somehow, and we found it on, I think it's Netflix. Might be Hulu, one of those two. And we watched this. This was last Friday. Really enjoyed it. Just a good story. Sam Neill is in it, and he's awesome. I forget his name, but he's at the top of the picture here. Wrong angle, wrong hand. He's that
kid.
If you saw Deadpool 2, he was the evil kid, this evil, funny, sarcastic kid. That is him, and he's fantastic. Cool. And this is a Taika Waititi film, so it's great. Taika makes a small appearance in it. But a really sweet show about just how Sam Neill and the kid are thrown into a situation and become friends in an unlikely type world, and just it's very
because they're related, right? They're like his foster dad or something.
Yeah.
Okay.
There's something that happens towards the beginning of the film. It's like this. Taika's really good about like everyone's having a good day. I'm gonna rip out your heart.
Cool. Okay.
And now we're gonna start the movie.
Yeah. All right. Fair enough. No, that's good. I mean, it's a good way to kind of I don't know what I'm trying to say.
Shit happens.
Yeah. And then the story starts. Yeah. Right.
Yeah. Cool. But it's really enjoyed it. Highly recommend it. I think it's a good family film. The wife and I really both enjoyed it. So a lot of laughs. There could be some tears. So
cool. Right on. Good to know.
Yes.
All right. So I was excited when I saw that you put up Parasite because I really I think the whole point of this movie for some people, and I've read into it and stuff because I've never seen it, but is it funny? Is it a horror movie? Is it what is it? One Best Picture.
Laugh. Yeah, it was not the movie I was expecting because you see a name like Parasite, you see a body on the ground there.
Yeah.
In the photo. I was expecting kind of a horror flick, and this director Bong Joon-ho, I believe,
he
has done some horror films. I The Host was one that he did.
Okay.
He also did Snowpiercer, which is not necessarily a horror film, but it's a post-apocalyptic
kind of, yeah.
Yeah, post-apocalyptic film. Everyone's stuck on not stuck, but civilization surviving on a train that's moving around the world.
Oh boy.
And it's very class-based. So
okay,
the back of the train, blah, blah, blah. But Parasite, yeah, it is a funny film. It is a class or film that addresses a class type issue. And I don't take horror from it, but I can see how it's a horror film. It depends on how you define horror.
Okay. I mean, like, are people getting their like intestines ripped out and stuff?
No, I mean, it's not that. I mean, but yeah, I don't know how to describe it. Is it creepy? Like people get killed. People get killed in it, right? Some people die, but yeah, it's not. I guess that part's the horror. Though. I'm trying to think of because I heard someone else refer to it as horror. I'm like, well, but I'm thinking like, you mentioned body parts being ripped out and whatnot, left and right.
Not so much.
I could see a psychological element to it, but it's like it has so many awesome elements to it. It's amazing how they put it together. The wife commented on how she loved how it was shot because it's just really smooth, really beautiful. Mm-hmm. The house that they have, it's not a real house. They built it for it, but I'm like, it was just really cool how they did everything, just beautifully shot and really good story. Subtitled, but I didn't care. It was just fun. I'm finding with like different languages, I'm enjoying hearing them being spoken, and as I can read along, I'm like, oh, I really kind of dig this aspect of it. So
nice. The reading during a movie thing.
Yeah, but yeah, highly recommended.
Okay, cool, yay. There was not any Masked Singer type elimination things. There was
How did you survive?
I don't know. I did, I guess. There was a sing along, but we recorded it. We actually didn't watch it. Oops.
So they had the episode like, we're not going to boost anyone out because we're just trying to delay the show for another week or so. Or not delay, but
I can't remember if it was NBC. I think it was NBC. They did like a Grinch thing with Matthew Morrison. And I think they didn't want to like go up against that necessarily, which I don't know. But the finale's Wednesday. So we'll see who wins between Croc and Sun and Mushroom.
Croc and Sun.
I'm assuming Sun will win because she's like been a shoo-in since the beginning. But my two picks for this year were Croc and Mushroom, and so I'm like excited they're in the finale. But my people I like don't ever win, so
sounds like a delicious Cajun meal.
I know, I'm excited. Yeah, a little bit of like zesty seasoning.
Mm-hmm,
good to go. Yeah. So
fantastic. Right. What is this going the distance?
It's so good. It's such a good movie. Have you and the missus seen it? Okay, you should definitely watch it. It's from 2010, and it stars Justin Long and Drew Barrymore, and they play Aaron and Garrett, and they're like this couple this people that meet at this bar, and then they become a couple, and then basically like she has to move for this internship that she's going to, and so they like hang out for it's like 6 weeks. But they become like really close, and so they're just trying to figure out the like long distance relationship thing, and the cast of characters that's like the side characters. I mean, even in the picture, it's Jason Sudeikis, Christina Applegate, and Charlie Day, and the one that isn't even in the picture is freaking Jim Gaffigan. He's really really funny in it too. So it's like a romantic comedy, and don't let that like turn you off from it because it's really funny and the dialogue is great and the story is really fun. And every so often, Headless and I will watch it, and it's very, very easy to watch. It's just one of those just like flows, and it's fun, and there's like like adult parts too. So it's like fun to watch or whatever. And it's wonderful. It came out in 2010, and it's criminally underrated in my opinion. Yes, because Justin Long's really, really good in it too, and Drew Barrymore. She's always fun to watch. So yeah,
I do like really Justin Long.
Yeah, you'd like this movie. I think you'd get a kick out of it.
Okay.
Yeah, she's a writer. She's like an intern, like for a magazine, and then
it sounds familiar. So I probably saw the trailer a few hundred times.
He's a not a record exec, but he like basically goes and finds like bands to have on his, record label, like for his boss, who's Ron Livingston, who was in Office Space. But yeah,
nice.
But it's so good and highly recommend.
Groovy.
And then there's another thing that I recommend, especially during this time. And it's a giant singing piece. Well, it's not giant. It's a singing piece of poo. There he is.
Howdy-ho!
Yeah. So we kind of went the way of the House of Ryan and looked onto HBO Max, and they have all of the Christmas South Parks that are like available. And so we watched, because Headless likes to go in order. So we watched the Christmas special, of course, which is the first one with Mr. Hanky, that first season. And then the second one is Merry Christmas, Charlie Manson, where the boys go with Cartman to his...
I am probably going to like put these on later today or as I'm cleaning the house, because I'm like, man, it's
when they go to Nebraska and Charlie's his like uncle's friend who like breaks out of jail, and then Charlie takes him to the mall to go see the giant Mr. Hanky, and they're like, it's not the real Mr. Hanky. And then all hell breaks loose because everyone like loses their mind that the giant like guy in a turd suit's not the real Mr. Hanky. So and then I fell asleep because I was about as far as I could make it.
Mine is, we were talking about this off air, but mine is the, I forget which episode, but like, or season, like season 4 or 5 later on. Yeah, when Santa gets abducted. No, is it Santa or Jesus gets taken by the Iraqis? By Iraq, I believe.
Somebody, I don't know.
Yeah. Or in one of those places,
We'll have to watch it again. We'll get you your geography lesson.
Yeah, they get there by using the poo chew. And I was like, what the?
Choo train? Yeah.
I think they get Jesus to go help save Santa is what they do. So.
Yeah, we, in my house, not my house, but my father, Sir Rizzo, is very, very funny with that because he's very like straight-laced and very, like just kind of how he is. But he loves Mr. Hanky, like more so like than any like grown man probably should. And actually when Short Round was really little, he used to put the Mr. Hanky like hanging out of her pants. It sounds like really, now I'm saying it out loud, it sounds ridiculous. But like he'd just be walking around. She'd be like toddling around and whatever, and just Mr. Hanky would be hanging out. And so we have those like on video, and we decided this year that it would be a good choice to remake that video. A Short Round with as an 8-year-old. So it's really funny. I'll have to send them to you. They're funny. So anyways.
Disturbingly awesome.
Yeah, exactly. I know. I was like, I'm saying it out loud and I'm like, no, stop. Don't talk anymore.
We don't see the visuals anymore. Since you mentioned, so. I did notice on HBO Max that they have, and in some other, I want to say Hulu's starting to do this too, but HBO, they had a category like, it happened around the holiday.
Yeah, we saw that.
I'm like, no, that's clever.
Yeah.
It's like, these aren't holiday films, but it was during this time.
Yeah.
Well, fantastic. Well, speaking of holidays, tell me about your Christmas jams.
It's a lot.
Ho jams.
It's a lot.
Wow.
Yeah.
You look like you did some sort of like manifesto.
It was good. I mean, like if I'm talking about music, you know me. After we got done with Albums of Influence, and I'm like, I don't know what I'm going to do with my life. Oh, talk about music, okay.
You can only go deep dive on one.
I'm going to deep dive on one. I'll deep dive on one. Okay, I'm just going to go through, and this is just like my little, if I had my Christmas like wish list of songs I could just make a playlist out of, this is what they would be.
Okay.
And so I'll go as quickly as possible. Okay. So, Step Into Christmas by Elton John. Have you know that song?
Just name them.
Anyways, okay. Step Into Christmas by Elton John. Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays by NSYNC. Wrapped in Red by Kelly Clarkson. That's like a new classic that I really enjoy. Thank God It's Christmas by Queen. Mm-hmm. Happy Xmas, War Is Over by John Lennon. Little Saint Nick by the Beach Boys. Please Come Home for Christmas by Bon Jovi. Let's see. That's my deep dive. Okay. Christmas at Ground Zero and The Night Santa Went Crazy. Of course, those are both Weird Al. Because you got to throw those in. Yes. Santa Claus Is Coming to Town. And of course, All I Want for Christmas Is You, Mariah Carey. Those are a little cheesy, a little overdone, but still enjoyable to me. Okay. And then I'm going to finish off with Mele Kalikimaka, which is the best Christmas song ever written in my... Yep. That's Bing Crosby. And then, just to be self-indulgent, I'm going to say Holiday Road by Lindsey Buckingham. Because that you rolled your eyes at me. Rude.
In a roll, I squinted.
Oh. Because it's technically, I mean, it's not from Christmas Vacation. It's from the regular one, but it's a holiday song, you know?
No. Yeah.
And then my deep dive is a tune called Santa Claus Goes Straight to the Ghetto. And that is from the early 90s. And it's Snoop Dogg. It's Snoop Dogg and Boyz II Men. And the reason
I heard this for the first time like last year. I'm like, this is good.
Yeah. Okay. So I have to tell you the story about this song because me and my sister-in-law and our friends, we go to Vegas. Like, well, we used to, when we could go do things, we used to go to Vegas pretty regularly, like once every year and a half or so, give or take. And, you know, we always just Uber around because we don't, you know, get a car or whatever. And we met this one guy named Brian who was our Uber driver. And, you know, me, I just like chit chat and do whatever and whatever. And, you know, so, okay, what do you do? This and that. And he's a music producer. And he's like, yeah, have you ever heard the song Santa Goes Straight to the Ghetto? And I was like, yeah, I think I have. And he's like, yeah, I was the producer on that. On that song. It was me and Snoop and a couple people. And I looked and sure enough, and his name's on it. And I was like, oh, that's really cool. So
nice.
Anyway, so our Uber driver was the guy that helped produce that song. So
rock on.
My deep dive because he was so nice and it was like the most random thing. I was like, that's pretty cool.
That's cool. Yeah.
That reminds me of the Snoop thing. We'll have to talk about it at some point. But have you seen when Snoop was on Family Feud and did his Fast Money at the end?
I have not.
Oh, okay. I'll send you the YouTube video of it because it's like one of the funniest things I've ever seen in my life. So anyways, it's greatness. We'll talk about that some other time. But that's my my list. I think it's fun.
The Weird Al one is always stuck in my head and by far my favorite that I love to throw in.
The Christmas at Ground Zero or The Night Santa Went Crazy?
I don't know if I've heard that. I've heard that one, but I can't think of what it sounds like. But the Night Santa Went Crazy.
Yeah, it's good.
Yeah.
I found out this morning that there's actually, and I'm sure
back for some milk and cookies.
See, and I'm not gonna be able to see if Headless gives me a thumbs up, but that there's actually an extra gory version of that. I didn't know that. I didn't know that there was actually two different versions.
Really? Did we talk about this?
No, I didn't. I just found that out this morning.
How is it like define extra gory?
I haven't heard it. That was the thing. I didn't even know there was like a secondary version of that song. So I'm going to look it up after the show. We can talk about it. So, because I didn't know that.
Kristen and I can't remember. I want to say I've had this discussion with someone. I think I have the original because I still have the original Bad
Some random lady CD. In your life? Yeah.
Yeah.
Probably Snowball.
Anyway. We don't talk much. Snow Princess.
Aw, Schnarf. Okay. All right. Extra gory. I'm writing that down because I want to look into it. All right. Cool. So do you have your list?
I don't have a list because of like top favorites because I forgot I was doing this because I suck. But I do have like a playlist that I made for work last year. First off, I'm a big fan, as we were just talking about, Weird Al, who's, known for his parody. Yeah. Bob Rivers does a lot of Christmas parody songs.
Oh, okay.
And they're great. One of which is I Am Santa Claus, which is the Iron Man song from, was it Black Sabbath?
Oh, yeah. You sent me that. Yeah.
Yeah. But I am Santa Claus. Really good. I remember like driving around with my brother in Colorado and he like, here, you're going to dig this many moons ago with the Wii, Ryan.
Oh.
Let's see. Joan Jett and the Black Hearts with Little Drummer Boy.
Nice.
We've got Making Christmas, Rise Against, which is a song from The Nightmare Before Christmas. And along those lines as well, I'll get to it in a second.
Keep talking.
Trans-Siberian Orchestra, Christmas Eve / Star Have 1224, always fun. Yeah, you wipe that nose.
Sorry.
You're fine. I just like to call it out because I'm a jerk. See, Feliz Navidad by Sleep at the Wheel. They're a Texas country band. Feliz Navidad by Speedy Gonzalez. He is a small cartoon.
Small brown rat. Yes.
Another Bob Rivers one is The Restroom Door Said Gentleman. And it's the restroom door said gentlemen, but I found out to my dismay.
Oh God!
They had
sounds like God rest you, merry gentlemen. Yeah,
yeah.
Yeah.
They switched the signs in the bathroom of the women's and the men's, and talks about how he goes in there and gets assaulted.
Oh, holiday antics. That's silly.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay. All right.
Sleigh Ride by Reliant K. Hark the Herald Angels Sing by Bad Religion. So yeah, kind of all over the place. Nice. The wife on O Come All Ye Faithful by Weezer.
Will you send me that list? Like send me something. Yeah, I'd like to see that.
We have, let's see. I'm trying to think. Let me find. We have a total of 176 Christmas songs that we've collected over the past few years digitally. So
all right, well, yeah, send me it.
And then, but yeah,
please.
Got some fun jams.
All right.
Not jock jams.
Oh my.
Ho jams.
No.
Ho, 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 ho.
Oh, ho jams. No, thank you.
Ho jams.
On that note, we're going to take a short commercial break.
And we're back.
Okay, there you go. Anyway.
And I'm going to hit the marker so I remember where we took a break at. Okay.
It's between Christmas jams, ho jams, and comfort and joy.
Ho, 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 break. Okay.
Anyways.
Yay. So for Sweatpants and Superheroes this week, it's not a comic, but it is a cartoon from the Justice League animated cartoon series. Let's see. This came out in, what was it, 90s? 2003 is when this particular episode dated. But the Justice League animated series, it started off, you had Batman the animated series when I was a kid in the 90s, and then they started doing Superman, and it's all by this one guy, Paul Dini, he was the writer. One guy, Paul Dini, also the creator of Harley Quinn, because Harley Quinn made her first appearance ever in the cartoons. Cool. Anyway, more on that at a future date.
Nice.
But this Justice League episode called Comfort and Joy, and it follows a total of, 5 members of the Justice League, and they kind of like little short stories of here's Green Lantern and Hawk Girl, and they're gonna kind of like,
Okay, so I know you said Hawk Girl, but it sounded like you said Green Lantern and Hot Girl.
Hot Girl. Yeah.
I was like, okay, that's an interesting person. Hawk.
Ka.
Nah.
Ka girl. Yeah. And them are just finding because it's Christmas, they don't really have any family to go to. They just kind of, and they've been kind of dating on and off-ish. Nothing official, yeah. So, I mean, they end up going to a space bar. I think they have the snowball fight. Hey.
I'm just picturing my keyboard and I'm like, space
bar. Don't
interrupt
interrupt my story.
I'm sorry.
No, but first they have a snowball fight.
Snowballs, okay.
And then they go to a bar in space where there are aliens and whatnot. And Hawk Girl knows some of them. I'm going to think I'm saying it wrong the whole time. But then they have a bar fight, but have a fun time doing it because, they're rough and tough type people. Then the Flash is trying to find this certain type of toy for an orphanage, but it's the really popular toy and he bought one.
Yes.
And so, but he finds one, but then he runs into a villain, the Ultra Humanite, which is just a very intelligent gorilla. Really intelligent. But, he stops him in his place, but the toy gets destroyed. But the gorilla decides the Christmas miracle happens. Flash gets knocked out and he wakes up and he finds it's the Ultra Humanite. He has fixed the toy for the children and they go deliver it to the kids in the orphanage. And it was basically a rubber ducky that would fart. So
that's like those things we talked about a couple weeks ago. Yeah. Okay.
So the Ultra Humanite replaced it with his own recordings of reading Shakespeare and Charles Dickens stories and stuff like that.
So instead of ripping one, it's telling a story about
so at the end, the kids just kind of gather around and stare. It's okay, it's a good call. And then it has cute. A bit, and then there's a bit between Superman and John Jones, mostly known as Martian the Manhunter, where, John doesn't have any family because he's from Mars. And unfortunately, things went down on Mars that were not good for his family. So Clark takes him to his home in Smallville and they stay the night with Mom and Pop Kent. Yeah, Kansas. And they hang out with them and John just has a kind of touching moment of like learning what it is for the holiday spirit because they give him a gift and he just kind of like gets happy.
Watch, that's so cute.
So yeah, since it's animated series, this is probably, I could be wrong, probably on HBO Max since it's DC Comics. I don't know where else it would be, but yeah, good episode. I enjoy it. I love the voice acting because this was the Flash who was being voiced by Michael Rosenbaum, who a lot of DC character or geeks will know. He played Lex Luthor in the Smallville series.
Yep.
But he was also the Flash. So
cool. Right on.
So anyway, that's Sweatpants and Superheroes Holiday Edition.
Fun. I feel comforted and I feel joyful. Thank you.
Yay. It's all part of the season.
All right. Did you see the thing that Headless popped in for us this week? Did you see?
The Evil Dead? I haven't watched the video yet. I need to, but I want to.
I didn't watch it at all, but it just says, Evil Dead, the game announced Bruce Campbell's back as Ash Williams. And it's
shotgun,
coming
chainsaw.
to all the things and the PCs in 2021, player versus player, both co-op and PvP gameplay.
I wonder if it's going to be like the Left 4 Dead game where it was like it was co-op 4 people against zombies. Oh, that would be great. The missus would love this.
So if you need some people to play with online, let us know. We'll play. Okay. I'm sure we'll get it. So that'll be fun. Anyways, I'm very excited. I'm sure we'll have more info on the way, but that was the main gist.
Rock on. There was an Evil Dead game, I think on Xbox or PlayStation 2 era. Mm-hmm. That was kind of fun. Third person view. Run around, collect stuff, unlock doors, blah, blah, blah. Chainsaw, boomstick, of course. But yeah. Evil Dead's awesome, especially when Campbell's coming back to play the character.
Nice. And so I had to say, because there was like the D10 announcements this week, there's like a ton of stuff, and I'm not going to go like deep dive into anything except for
Disney Expo, basically.
Yeah, except for one thing that I want to say, because Hayden Christensen is back as Darth Vader. And I just have one specific thing to say, because I talk about these things and sometimes they can be very polarizing where somebody's like very, very excited or not so much at all. But I just have to say that I think Hayden Christensen got dealt a bad hand. I mean, like, yes, he was in the Star Wars like saga, which is like huge, right? Mm-hmm. But those first 3 movies were just, I mean, comparatively, they were horrible. And like the writing and stuff just was not great.
Yeah.
And so I think if he actually gets on board with like in the helm with somebody who's really good, I'm sure it'll actually be, it'll be pretty good for him. So I'm excited for him to get a chance to do that. It's in the Obi-Wan series. Yeah.
The last time I watched the prequels, I did a lot of skipping through it. I'm like, there's a lot of good stuff in there. It's just a lot of bad writing.
Yeah.
And like,
big time.
Especially with his character. I keep putting the wrong way. His character, it was because I could understand the trauma he was going through in his head of like being worried about his lady and being manipulated by the Emperor. But it's like, they should have almost showed more like, no, the Emperor's really doing some dark voodoo to this kid to make him just so irrational.
Yeah.
But at the same time, I'm like, that's a mental health issue. It's like they were addressing it, but not addressing it. Because I'm like, oh.
Yeah. And he wasn't very, like productive in his way of handling it, I guess.
Yeah.
I mean, but that's like, for those reasons, obviously, because he was crazy.
It's like they couldn't figure out how.
He was being manipulated and
manipulated, and just like, how old is he? It seemed, because like in the later, like episode 3, he seemed like he was acting the same age he was at the beginning of episode 2.
Yeah.
Type stuff. But anyway, I saw that. I'm like happy to see that back. Happy to see an Obi-Wan Kenobi series. So, I mean, anything.
We'll talk about more of that stuff. Yeah, it's gonna be good. Mm-hmm.
I did. I changed up our Hulu plan last night to allow me to have Disney Plus.
Did you do it? Did you finally do it?
I did. I was like,
the trigger. Now we can actually talk about stuff.
Told the missus this morning, I was like, oh, we have Disney Plus now.
She's like, okay, all right.
She's like, we'll see if we watch it. I'm like, hey, there's a few things coming. I actually watched DuckTales last night. That was great. Yeah.
The old school, right?
No, new one.
The new ones? Okay.
Yeah. I do like the old ones, but the new ones are quite funny, and it was a good launch pad And they did throw in Gizmo Duck, which is a big plus for me as well, because I love the Gizmo Duck. So I was like, oh, they did bring it in. So I was very childlike. It was a nice night. Yesterday was a good day because I got to hang out with some old friends. Came home, hung out with the wife, and she wasn't feeling well, so I just kind of got to pet her, and she fell asleep on me and watching cartoons. So
You're sure you're not talking about one of your cats?
No, Ash was to my right.
Oh, okay. Ash was like nurse mating, mama.
He was over here. Wife was here, so.
Aw, take care. Yes, you take care of the missus.
I will.
Okay. So speaking of childlike happiness.
Yes.
This was another squee moment for me because they had mentioned all these random Disney things. And then all of a sudden it was just this random post that comes up and it was like, oh yeah, there's a Beauty and the Beast prequel. And I was like, for like 5 minutes. Anyways.
Live action or animated?
Live action. And it actually is going to be taking place in that same realm with like Emma Watson and Dan Stevens, that Beauty and the Beast. And it is going to focus on Gaston and LeFou's relationships with Luke Evans, and Josh Gad will be reprising their roles, as will Emma Watson and Dan Stevens. And I think, and Alan Menken's the one that's going to be doing the music for it. And I think he inadvertently stated the title. Like, I mean, it wasn't like, this is a, spoiler thing, but he said The Little Town, which is kind of like the beginning of the movie when they, open up on that big musical number with the, when they sing Belle. And so I was
curious. I'm like, so it's like prequel
so
as in you get to see what happens to Beast or what leads to Beast or.
Sounds like it. But in the article that I read, it basically stated like it's going to be LeFou and Gaston / like town, based. So it's not going to be as much Beauty and the Beast, but they'll be in it and kind of pulling the narrative as well. But it's going that prequel
adventure.
Exactly.
A buddy cop Disney adventure.
I'm excited about it.
Before Beast.
Bros before bows. Yeah. Anyways. I'm just thinking of that big bow she was wearing in her hair. Anyways. Yeah. I think it's going to be really good. I really like the way that Luke Evans and Josh Gad were portrayed in the way that they worked together in the live action. Because for those that don't know, Beauty and the Beast is my favorite. Like Belle's my favorite princess, and that's my favorite Disney animated princess movie. And so when they had the live action, I was super excited in it. Because I remember, did you see Cinderella, the live action Cinderella? With like Lily James and
I think we did because I want to say we did because we had seen Lily James in Downton Abbey.
Who was it? The prince is the guy that was in Richard something. Anyways, but I remember going to see that movie because that was Short Round's very first movie we wanted to take her to, because there was the Frozen short was at the start of that movie. Mm-hmm. And so we thought, okay, well, we'll just look and we'll stay there. But we ended up staying the whole time for it. And I remember I was mesmerized by how they handled that movie, basically, because I wasn't sure.
Madden.
Like, thank you. I knew it was Richard something. And anyways, and so we really enjoyed that movie. And I thought when they announced that Beauty and the Beast was going to be live action, I got super, super excited because I thought if they can do that to Cinderella, which is not one of my favorite movies at all.
I'm pretty sure. I'm looking at the pictures. I think I did see this because I remember Helen Bonham Carter kind of being as the silly godmother because it's Helen Bonham Carter and she's awesome.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So
anyway, so I'm excited. That's that. Yeah. And then tell me about Nobody.
Who? No, I'm just kidding. Nobody. So I was browsing around Reddit the other day, and it was on the subreddit R movies. And it's like, hey, new trailer for movie Nobody starring Bob Odenkirk. I'm like, hey, I like Bob Odenkirk. Let's check this out. And it's from, I want to say, at least the producer of John Wick and possibly the same writer of John Wick.
Uh-huh.
And as I was watching it, I'm like, this looks like John Wick, but a different actor. And then I was kind of reading on Reddit, and they're like, there's a chance this could be in the John Wick universe because John Wick.
Interesting.
Yeah, in the John Wick movies, he stays at a hotel called the Continental, where other people like him stay as well. People in the business or out of the business. And so people on Reddit is like, this could be in that same universe just because it's same people behind it. But there's also a scene in the trailer where Odenkirk's bringing out this thing of like gold plates and whatnot. which looks somewhat similar to what you saw in the John Wick films of what John Wick used at the Continental for currency and whatnot.
Okay. Interesting.
So maybe, but otherwise, the trailer just looks awesome. It's awesome seeing Bob Odenkirk beat the crap out of people. I don't know why, but it's just it looks like good
it works.
action. So it says this in the trailer. He was in the business where like he was the kind of guy that if you showed up, he was the last person you'd see, but he gave up the life to have a wife and kids, and then something happens, and so he kind of. It sounds like he gets thrown back into the business somehow, or he gets noticed and some sort of debt has to be paid or something like that.
Right. Yeah.
Look fun. I'm going to see it regardless whether or not it's in that, continental universe, but I think that would be cool if it was. I mean,
yep.
I love, as we were talking about with Star Wars earlier, I love Star Wars movies, and my favorite one is not Old Republic, Rogue One.
Yeah,
because it's a story within the universe that answers one hell of a big question, but you do have, some of the classic characters in there, but it's not all about them. There's this whole universe you can tell a story within. I love it when places do that. M. Night Shyamalan ended up doing that with Unbreakable, Split, and Glass. And I don't know if he intended to do that from the beginning when he first wrote Unbreakable, because that was 15 years ago?
Yeah.
About 1920 or whatever. And then, decade later.
I don't think he wrote it in 1920, but yeah, I got you.
No, lies. He's a vampire.
Okay, anyways. Okay.
So, but yeah, I just think that's fun.
Cool. My voice just cracked. All right, and back to old school TV type thingies.
Yeah, voice cracking is appropriate for this next.
I know. That's good. Yeah. John Mulaney at Andy Samberg, Rescue Rangers, Chip and Dale. It's going to be good. I bet you it's going to be really good. So
I want to hear what John Mulaney, because John Mulaney, I know him mostly from, it's the show on Netflix. It's a cartoon.
Big Mouth?
Yeah, Big Mouth.
Yeah.
And then Spider-Ham.
Okay.
And so I'm like, he's got to be playing Dale, right? Because Dale was the more dopey one and Chip was the more.
I would guess he was going to be Chip. Yeah, he's going to be Chip. Yeah. This is Chip, John Mulaney, Dale, Andy Samberg. Chip and Dale Rescue Rangers, Disney Plus.
Maybe I had it backwards, because one of them was like the dopier one, and then
that's Dale for sure, which lends itself pretty well to Andy Samberg.
Yeah,
for sure. Yeah.
So John Mulaney will be the serious one.
Yeah.
He'll be the dry, serious one.
Yes, exactly.
Okay.
I hope he's going to be really good at that. I think.
Okay. So, I look forward to it. I mean,
yeah. It's going to be good regardless. And now that you have the Plus, we can actually talk about stuff.
We can.
Yay.
It's ridiculous.
The Christmas miracle, you guys have been asking him for freaking 6 months.
Well, it's one of those. I now I kind of want to cut another service just so I can save money. But
That's okay. It's fine. Yeah, we just got Hulu too. And Headless was like, you don't watch anything ever. Why do we have all these?
Yeah, that's what I mean. Because it got to a point like, well, we're watching a lot of Netflix, so maybe we'll keep that. Because I'm not like, we're not watching it quickly, but I am slowly watching Emily in Paris because the wife already had.
Oh, she had? Okay. I knew I figured.
And she was like, I kind of like it. And then she kind of was like, you should watch an episode. And they're short enough. So I've literally watched 2 episodes. It's fun. I mean.
Cute.
I really like. Yeah. Oh, she's very inspirational as far as like movies to watch.
Making you do stuff. Yeah. Very.
Watch this with me.
Inspirational.
Yeah. It'll be like, I'm going to make you watch this film. I'm like, but I end up really enjoying it. So she's really good about that.
Aw, yay. Speaking of things on Netflix and reasons you should not be getting rid of Netflix. Cobra Kai. Never dies. Yeah. Oh, are we playing he's playing the trailer. Look at him being all big.
Fancy.
It's going to be good. I was like, close your eyes, Headless. He has not gotten through the 2nd season yet. I've watched it 3 times. Poor guy.
I mean,
Hawk's beating the patoot out of somebody. Yeah.
I think some people should be arrested after what happened in that high school.
Well, I'm sure. Well, we know Robbie has been arrested. Look, see, there he is. He's being arrested.
Spoilers.
Well, you just said that, and he literally is being arrested in the trailer.
I didn't say anyone.
Anyways,
I think like a lot of people at that school should be arrested.
Yeah, I know. There's some people I just want to like punch.
I know it's a fictional world, but
yeah, there's a few people that I want to just like hit in the face. So
That's one of
it's
them.
okay. That's one of them. And then there's the other one right behind him too. Yeah. And
There's a lot.
anyways,
Yeah.
Hawk and Kyler and stuff. And yeah.
It's funny because like I like and hate Hawk. And then like there's the alternate version of Hawk on the other team who's the whiny nerdy kid.
Dimitri right there. Yeah.
Yeah. I wanted Dimitri just to get beat up just as much. So
yeah, he's a pain in the ass.
Yeah.
he's not a douchebag. He's a pain in the ass. Yeah.
Yeah. Hawk became a douche. Dimitri just became a schmuck.
Yeah.
Or whiny
anyways.
schmuck. So,
yeah, like extra. Just like he knows how to like punch and kick now. And then I love that. I love that. Amanda just like slaps the S out of freaking what's his face? Grease. It was greatness.
Yeah.
Oh, we can kickstart our 2021. That's in January. I cannot wait. And I know it's like, like within 8 weeks, but I am ready for it to be now.
Yay for trailer. But again, this is way too long. It's showing way too much.
Flop. There he goes.
This is officially
he fell out of bed.
The movie.
It's okay. Yeah. There's like at least like 8 or 10 episodes, I think. So anyways, he's just being nice. He's showing the trailer's Chosen. Yeah. I told you. I knew Chosen would be in it.
Chosen one.
There he is.
Movie.
Cobra Kai, New Year. Some sort of concert that Johnny in. Looks like he's in a tuxedo, man.
Johnny wearing a suit. So yeah, Cobra Kai season 3, January. Yay.
Oh my gosh. I'm so ready.
Seasons 1 and 2 up now.
Sorry, I had this one dear.
Yeah.
Okay.
A great thing to watch with a delicious cup of tea.
It is. It is. Are you going to ask me?
No.
Oh.
I just use it as my cue.
Okay. My TQ. All right. Hi.
I've done my job. Do your tea.
This is called Lavender Provence.
Ooh.
And this has a very special place in my heart not because of what it is. Yeah. And tummy. It is a traditional black tea. It is a lavender black tea. Just that's what it is. And I just celebrated my 3-year anniversary at Workday Tea. Yay. And I remember when I was they call it basically like onboarding, that they said, well, what's your favorite tea? That'll be your password. And that was the day that I realized I didn't know how to spell the words lavender or Provence. So I had to change my password like the day after I started because I didn't know how to spell words. But anyways, so yeah, this is kind of the tea that
now we all know what your password is.
It's not. I had to change it. I just said that. But anyways, this was kind of the tea that started it all. Like I remember drinking this. It was because we used to go for the in like February and early into March, there's a La Viande Rose, like a French themed tea. And this is always the first tea that's served. And so it just has a special place in my heart. So it's really, really good.
You're the reason for my heart.
Yeah, that's right.
You're the steeperation.
That's right. Aw, that's my song that me and Headless, that was our wedding song.
Oh,
steeperation. Yeah.
You're the steeperation. So along with your tea.
Okay. Last week I talked about green tea and like the benefits. And I was laughing at some of these options for the benefits of lavender tea. So I'd like to go through that list as well.
Okay.
This is just what popped up. All right. It eases a headache.
Ooh.
It acts as a sedative. Go to sleep, Rizzo. Go to bed. Calms tummy troubles and calms your nerves. So just like...
Shuts you down.
Yeah. Soothes your skin. Helps with your cardiovascular health. And it can help kill lice. So I was like, cool. Okay. Just like dump it on your head or something. Yeah.
Oh, I was like...
And then it's mosquito repellent as well. So I'll just be drinking this a lot when I'm out. So,
a natural, like it'll seep out of you mosquito repellent?
I think so. It's probably why, like the smell too. It's like they don't like the smell. So anyways.
Because I'm one of those people that, I'll go on a walk with the missus and she won't get touched once by a mosquito, but I'll have like 5 bites because I've got the juice, I've got the electrolytes that they need.
They like it. You like all that blood.
All that blood.
Oh, yeah. And so you were saying with the tea.
So with the tea, if you have a nice, delicious tea, do you have anything that you could bake and eat along with it? Or
yeah, I do. This is, again, I don't have a recipe for it, but this is easy. You could do these, Ryan. You're not a baker, are you?
I know how to bake.
Cookies.
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 I've cooked cookies
never mind.
before.
Never mind.
I've done both.
Did you just white man overbite me? Like on.
I'm just gonna stand like this for the rest of the show now.
Okay. So today we're actually doing our Christmas. We do like a holiday Christmas baking like fest with the headless mother-in-law and like all of our crew. So
with the headless family.
Yes. So
there's a lot of bumping into walls, but we get it done.
Yeah, like burn ourselves a lot because we just don't know and whatever. Yeah. And this is by far the easiest cookie recipe ever, and you can make a bajillion types of cookies out of this. It's greatness. Okay. I call them this is actually interesting. I call them my 12/13s. And what day is it? December 13th. Happy birthday, Kansas City Bestie. Anyways, so it's 12/13. Ready? One box of cake mix, 2 eggs, and 1/3 cup of oil. And that's it. You just mix them up. Cake mix, eggs, oil. And you can do any add-ins you want. You can do whatever. And it makes usually like 18 or so cookies from a batch.
So
and
cake mix?
Cake mix cookies, yeah. I just call them my 12/13 so I can remember the measurements. So, yeah. And so we're going to make, I'm going to make 2 different types of those today. I'm going to make some peanut butter cup thingies and then, yeah.
So how do you make the different types of cookies with the one recipe?
Just different types of cake mix.
Okay.
Yeah, I have a milk chocolate one that I'm doing with these peanut butter chips, so it'll be really yummy.
Okay, so you're combining in other stuff as well, like, you know, okay.
And then I'm going to do, like last year I did polar bear paws, and so I just did like chocolate chips and I turned them over so it was like flat. And then I got the little like chocolate melting discs as the big one, so they had like the little paw prints, which were really cute.
Nice.
And then I'm going to do ones, they're called my mint chocolate messes. I don't know, that's just what I call them, but it's like a dark chocolate cake, and then I have mint extract, and I do like the white chips, and then I plop like an Andes mint on top, and they're just like messy and minty and deliciousness.
Nice. How many out of a box? How many does that make? I mean, that's gotta be a fair amount.
Yeah, 18? Like 18 or so. Mm-hmm.
So 1 box of cake mix, 2 eggs,
and a third cup
of oil or
like
butter.
Oil. No, vegetable oil.
Okay.
Because it's the cake mix, you want it to like hold together and everything like that. So yeah, it's really, really good.
You do butter? Do you know? I'm just curious. What do you know of baking? Because I know baking.
I have no idea. I mean, you probably could, and I could look up the recipe, but that's just the way I've always done it. And then you just come up with like random other ones. I used to do hot cocoa ones as well, which were really good. So I just added in like a hot cocoa packet and then did like the little crunchy, the little marshmallow pieces. And baked them in, which was really yummy too. So
I'm actually writing this down because you are correct. It's very simple. It's like,
yeah, they're a lot of fun. I've done strawberry. I've done like funfetti, like what's her name? Short Round wanted some funfetti cookies one time, and so I did that. And so they're also like, because it's cake, so it's got that like kind of cakiness and like they're chewy.
I don't kind of a thicker cake, so
yeah, I don't like crunchy cookies. I like them like chewy and like more like depth, and so these fit the bill. And they're super easy. Yeah,
very cool.
So maybe I'll show a picture of the things. And then one of Sir Rizzo's favorite is the peanut butter with the Reese's cup in the middle. So it's like a mini muffin tin, and you just do like the scoop of it. And then once those have baked up for about 12 to 14 minutes, it's just, the pre-made mix or whatever. And then once they're like hot out of the oven is when you put the unwrapped, of course, Reese's mini cup. Yep. And then you let it harden, and then you just plop them out, and there they are.
How long in the oven?
Oh, yeah. 375 for about 10 minutes.
10 minutes. Cool. All right. Easy cookies. 1 box cake mix. 2 eggs. 1/3 cup oil. 375, 10 minutes. Nice.
Really easy. Really tasty.
Fabulous.
All right. Lay it on me. Tasty. I'm scared.
All right, so we're going to do a pre into show jazz. Got a reminder, I've got to tomorrow off. Woo woo. That's not
nice. I don't.
Well, originally I was going to go learn how to give myself shots tomorrow because of the allergies, but
Oh, okay.
They're like out of this.
Learn how to shoot yourself. Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
But
Good
instead,
luck.
I'll just hang out with a plumber.
Anyways.
Side note.
Anyway.
All right. Are you ready for some holiday trivia questions, Rizzo?
Sure. Yeah. Okay.
Would you like a holiday question that is just holiday, or a what I like to call a cheer flicks question?
Cheer flicks, I guess.
It's a holiday movie. Cheer flicks. Okay.
Sounds good.
This should be easy, I think, because you watched the movie recently. In Home Alone, where are the McAllisters going on vacation when they leave Kevin? Okay. Ma'am, please let me finish the question.
Sorry. Pardon me.
Where are the McAllisters going on vacation when they leave Kevin behind?
Ding. They're going to Paris.
Correct.
Thank you.
All right. Would you like another cheer flicks or okay?
Cheer flicks. Cheer flicks me.
Which Hollywood actor played 6 different roles in the Polar Express?
Ding. Who is Tom Hanks?
That is correct.
Yay.
Ho, ho.
Thanks.
And we'll cut it off at 3 questions. Stick with cheer flicks or a miscellaneous.
Cheer flicks.
Cheer flicks.
Cheer flicks. To drink my tea. I'm ready.
See.
Yeah.
They're both.
Hard one?
Well, they're both the same.
Okay.
We'll go with that's sort of a classic. So we'll go with the newer classic. Okay. In the movie Elf.
Okay.
What was the first rule of the Code of Elves?
Oh, snap. Treat every day like it's Christmas, I think.
Correct.
Is that right? Yay! I knew that was one of them. I couldn't remember what it was, though. Yay.
All right.
I know things for a 4-week span in the time of the year.
I will throw in one more question.
Is it Christmas Vacation?
No, it'll not be a cheer flicks.
Okay. Oh, some random thing.
In honor of the 4th day of Hanukkah.
Okay.
What does the word Hanukkah mean?
Oh my gosh. You're calling me out on this, and then the bestie's going to see this, and I'm going to freaking not know what it means.
I had to Google it because I didn't know. So
I'm just going to guess I'm going to guess Festival of Lights. I don't know.
Dedication.
Dadgummit. Oh my gosh. I mean, dedication. Cut that out. Headless. Edit.
But we're doing it live.
Hanukkah. Dang it. Don't watch this. Kansas City bestie. Sorry. It means dedication.
That's what I found because I saw one site that said dedication. I looked at another that said dedication. So if I'm incorrect,
no, I'm sure you are not. And that's funny because I have shared 23 Hanukkahs with this woman. And I never knew that. I could tell you like on the dreidel, I could tell you what the like signs are on it. And I could teach you how to play dreidel and like all that stuff, all these different random things. But dang it, man, you stumped me. I'm embarrassed.
The more you know.
But here's the thing.
Right. It's all right.
You taught me something. And for how like crappy I feel for not knowing that, I'll never not know it again. So thanks.
You the best worst friend.
Thank you for making me feel like a D and for teaching me things.
It's what I do.
Oh man. Okay.
It's how I roll.
Nun, Gimel, and Hay. Those are the things on the dreidel when you play dreidel.
Okay. What do they mean?
Nun, Gimel, and Hay. Hay is half. Gimel is like give me all, like all, and then none is none. So like when you make when you're putting in your gelt, your little coins into the little pot and you spin your dreidel, that's how you play.
Okay. So everyone contributes and then you spin and what you land on is what you get.
Yep, exactly. Based on the pot, like, you can put in like 5 little gold coins or like, chocolate candies or whatever like in it. And then that's when you start the game. So, yeah.
Sounds like it would get violent.
It's like stabbing. Yeah.
Is this dreidel regulation size?
I know. They're so cute. Anyways.
Nice.
We could talk about that more because I think, let's see, 4. Oh no, it'll be done by then. Never mind.
Yeah.
Because there's only 8 nights of Hanukkah.
Yeah, we'll be out of Hanukkah by the next show. Kwanzaa starts, I think, sometime. I think I've got that on my phone. We have it up at work, so I've been able to okay.
Happy
it's just
Kwanzaa.
Fun keeping
Happy
up.
Hanukkah.
Merry Hanukkah Christmas. I used to say Christmas Hanukkah Kwanzaa, but Hanukkah Christmas Kwanzaa is actually more accurate time-wise.
Merry Christmas Hanukkah Kwanzaa.
Yeah, Hanukkah Christmas Kwanzaa.
Yeah, some sort of something. All right.
I want to say it's the 18th, but I'm wrong. But yeah, regardless, we should bumblebee tuna out of this place.
I'm cold. I want to go inside. Okay.
Yeah.
It's really cold.
You will stay out until it stops snowing.
I'm cold. I can't hear anything. Are we bumblebee tuning?
I think so.
Okay.
I don't know anymore.
All right. At Ryan and Rizzo and Instagram and Twitter. RyanandRizzo@gmail.com.
He'll cut us off when he needs to.
Ryan and Rizzo is a part of the Musing with McWillie Creative Network. You can follow us on Twitter and Instagram at Ryan and Rizzo. For more info about the show, go to McWillie.com/podcast.
I like to do the blah blah. McWillie.com.